All right, and we're off day 50. So, no, not day 57, day 58. Day 58, right? Yeah, good. Let me check. It's day 58. It's day 58. Problem solved, day 58. Yes, good. So, day 58 of the year of streaming and learning to code. Here we are, yet again. Shocking. Just shocking. Not shocking. But with that said, we are 76% of the way through Python. That is good. That's a happy thing, apparently, supposedly. And we are 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, that looks ugly. And file, input, output. That is one thing. Introduction to classes 2. And here we are on 10, 33% of the way through part 1. And yeah, it's last night wasn't too bad. It was another short, quiet whisper stream. But today is an earlier stream. We've already got the ball rolling, and now we are going to continue onwards. I don't know if we're actually gonna, I mean, doing the 6 was good. I definitely should have time to stream more, but worst case, we can break it into thirds, you know? We did 6 yesterday, we could do another 6, 7 to 12, and then another 3 tomorrow. That seems kind of lame. We're gonna try our best to knock out all the way to 18, but anything involving the flame, yeah. I'm looking at the word that I was about to say, and all the letters in that word I was adding to all the words I was trying to say. Not going to look at that word, gonna look somewhere else. Anything involving the phrase lambada will probably take me a long time to deal with. So, with that said, we are going to continue from section 7, actually, per usual, business as usual. We're going to jump back to section 1, fire through all the examples, and then we'll dive into 7. Yeah? Good? That's good? All right. Iterators for dictionaries. Your dictionary and you. What does it mean when things start iterating? D. David Smith. This was just a straightforward dictionary, keys and values, and printing it. There was not a lot going on with that. Keys and values, printing them separately. The in operator. What did we do? That was the full. I don't know why they spent so much time. I'm a little confused why they're doing this. I think it's because if someone were to click on Python as an individual unit. Again, I know I'm going about this all wrong, doing the sampler plate of all the languages beginning to end, but I don't know, I just feel like there would be a balance between all of those. I feel like someone would have accounted for what I'm doing. I can't be the first person who wanted to just come to Codecademy and just try to conquer everything and in a general path/order. It sounds crazy even as I'm saying it, so that I don't know actually why they would plan for a crazy person, but still, I just, spot correcting. Doesn't matter. For key in my dictionary, print key, something about my dictionary key. Something's getting printed. Damn it. That's right. Kyle, the cat from last night. That's not a name for a cat. Damn, you know what we should have done? We should have done Kyle, but with a C. Because it's a cat. Son of a bitch. Ugh. Hey, Topher's here now. Nice. Good. We're just, well, I say we, like there's a whole room full of us. Unless you count me, myself, and I. But, I guess it's we, with you, in spirit. But yeah, Kyle, I was reflecting on, sections 1 through 6 before we dive into 7. Kyle, yeah, that's right. I was just saying out loud, I missed the opportunity to spell Kyle with a C, because it's a cat. So, you know, negative points for Steven. But in the future, we will keep that in mind. Now, what did we do? That was it for section 4. No, that was not it for section 4. This was evens to 50. With the dividing, or the modulo 2. That was fun. That's good. You and Kyle were reflecting together. Exactly. List compression syntax. We were doing things. This was their example that they mostly did everything for us. Very similar to the last section. Even squares. Oh, yes, we were squaring things and then figuring out which squared products were yeah, even. Last night, fairly simple, all things considered. Probably would have been easier if I was fully awake, but that's okay. I think I was tired enough where I didn't stress and make it worse. It's a balancing act. Alright, cubes by 4, also a good one. Cube life, and the 1 to 10 fiasco, or the 1 to 11, technically. Because it's really 0 to 10. Not important. Well, technically it was important. We didn't pass because we made that mistake. Yeah, I had, see, I'll pull the trigger. When it's 10, it's 1 to 10 is really 0 to 9, as we're index 0. That old bit. So it doesn't give us our 5th one versus when we've got it at 1 to 11, it's really 0 to 10 at that point. Index. And she spits out 1,000. Onwards, and now we've caught up to, we should be, section 7, list slicing syntax. Beautiful. All right. Welcome to the Thunderdome, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to continue on from here, the top of section 7, list slicing syntax. Sometimes we only want part of a Python list, or part of a Python, whatever you're dealing with. Maybe we only want the first few elements. Maybe we only want the last few. Maybe we want every other element. Make up your damn mind. List slicing allows us to access elements of lists in a concise manner. The syntax looks like this. Start, end, stride. Okay. Where start describes the slice start inclusive, end is where it ends exclusive. Wait. No. Where start describes where the slice starts inclusive. End where it ends exclusive. So the start is included, the end isn't included. And stride describes the space between the items in the sliced list. For example, a stride of 2 would select every other item from the original list to place in the slice list. Good. Gonna finish up Python today. Getting tired of Python already, right? Oh my god. You and me are in the same boat. Hopefully, I'm probably just gonna make it through section, Jesus, what day are we on? Section 10? I need to start doing the stream and star date to really get the full effect. It'll be like year 70,000 something .6. That's what it feels like. I feel like Python is never ending, but it is their longest section in Codecademy at 13 hours. I think I've spread it, but I mean, the last 3 or 4 streams have been like 30-minute chunks. So, you know, maybe I'm still within a range of the 13-hour estimate. The next longest, I think, is the other JavaScript course at 10 hours. Either JavaScript or Ruby. I'm pretty sure it's the more advanced, in-depth JavaScript course, I think, is 10 hours, but Python's 13, and it's been brutal. Oh my god, please do the stream and start. Yeah, I'm good. I need to add... I still need to actually set up the stream. That way I can... I don't know. I'm rocking one monitor. I tried messing just some of the basic stuff in OBS to put chat up, but then it scrunches the window to the right, and I'd rather have full code, and let's not kid ourselves. We don't exactly have 1,000 commenters in here blowing up chat, but, so I can still keep tabs on the 3 or 4 people that visit during the stream, just by watching on my phone, but I don't know. I do need to add things. One of the things should be Stardate, in addition to chat and other things like the follower notifications and other crap like that. So, yeah. Lots to do. Lots to do. But what are we doing? Ruby lengthy as well. I think Ruby is 8 hours. Well, after 13 hours of Python, it's, yeah, that'll be... You need Twitch alerts or Streamlabs, whatever it's called. It was Twitch alerts, currently Streamlabs, and yeah, I've got that account because the wish list. No, it's the donate. The wish list is Amazon. It's just under the donate tab, whatever you're watching through, somewhere on there. That has the donate side and then also the wish list side. That I've set up a lot of the back end stuff. I just haven't finished tying everything together on the Twitch side. I did all this stuff. Everything you see, yeah. Like Facebook and settings and all the two-factor authentication crap, and I did everything. I laid all the foundation, and then I built it all up, and now I've got all these loose ends that I need to, tie together and, weld together. So. But alerts, it's one of the main, everything needs that. Needs its final bit of polish, so. Ease good. We'll get there. We left off with start, end, and stride. Example, a stride of 2 would select every other item from the original list and place it in the slice list. Little cat, what are you doing? Hey, you, down there. Psst. Buddy. No? Okay. You're small. Good. Good. Interesting things under the desk. Instructions. We've generated a list with a list comprehension in the editor to the right. We're about to print a selection from the list using slicing. Can you guess what will be printed out? Click Save and submit the code when you think you know. L equals I times 2 for I in range 1 to 11 should print out 1, 4, 9, blah, 16, something to 100, should print L, and we're cutting it from 2, which is really the third item, which is 9, and we're cutting it to the 9th item, which is... Oh, my little brain is cooking. Also the third to last item, so that's 9 to 64. Really, it's 9 to 49, because we don't include the last one, and then stride is 2, so every other one. So that would print 9, 25, and 49. If that math checks out. So, fingers crossed. Blah. Damn. Did we? No? 9, 25, 49, and 81. 9, and 11. I'm confused on this bit. It says it goes to 11, but it's 1 to 11, which is... The 1 is 0. Oh, it's my math that's off. Me, guys. It's me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. No, no, no. That's not cool. Because look at this. That's confusing as hell. Wait, Topher. 100 is the 9th index. Is it? I just... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But that's exact. Oh, okay, gotcha. 0. 1 is 0, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why would those bastards write that the range is 11, but they only show 9? Do you get how confusing that is? Do you see this? Their example literally says, we have a range of 10. It should be this, but in reality, there should be, what is it, 111? Well, actually, they aren't counting by 9. We'll call it 123. Do you get that? That is... Who would do that? Started index... Oh, yeah, well, I'm assuming that's back when I was counting it as 1, but... Do you see that? How confusing that is? That's why I was doing my wrong index math numbers. Those bastards. Kitty, do you? No, she doesn't care. She's just licking herself. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Who would provide a list of 9 when they indicate there's clearly 10? It's alright. It's alright. This is fun. This is why Python has taken 14 days to get through. Or however long it's been. Oh. Soulless bastards. Okay. Good. Section 8. Well, Section 7 was brutal. We only have 10 more sections to go. Nice. Omitting indices. If you don't pass a particular index to the list slice, Python will pick a default. 2, 5, A, B, C, D, E. Print to 5, 3, which would spit out D. It's 3 colon and then empty, which means it goes to the end. So it's D all the way to the end, which is DE, correct. Empty in the beginning to 2, so it would be empty in the beginning to C. Oh, but it doesn't count the end. Bastards, so it's just A and B. And lastly, print to 5, blank, blank, 2, it will go through the whole list, every other option, A, B, C, and E. There are 10 if you start at 1. What? Did I go back? I'm gonna go back. You know what? You are right. It's not even loaded yet, but I understand what you're saying. Because I made it to 10 from 0. I'm just confused as hell. Range 11. So why? So range 11 in my mind is also Oh, that's what it was. No, I mean, I am crazy. I'm also looking at it from the wrong perspective. When I see range 11, I see 0 to 10 because of index 0. But this, because 1 to 10 is 10 digits, but including 0, that there means there should be 11. Yeah, with that. That's why I was frustrated. Yes, because 0. And then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they should have had 10 with 123. See, there was that's what this is what was causing the confusion. I was trying to balance it out. Yeah, so that's what's going on. Crazy person's choice. But this is what they gave me. They didn't include the 11th, even though they said there was 11. I did that thing where I trusted them again. Yeah, not good. Don't trust Codecademy. Don't trust their instructions or their examples. Onwards. Looking at their potentially truthful / misleading examples. We go on. 1. The default starting index is 0. The default ending index is the end of the list. 3. The default stride is 1. I'm actually not sure what they're talking about. Which part is default stride 1? Doesn't matter. Instructions. Use list slicing to print out every odd element of my list from start to finish. Omit the start and end index. You only need to specify a stride. Check the hint if you need help. Off the bat, if we're skipping the first one, which they tell us to, that means we wouldn't put 0, we would put 1. Yeah, we would put 1. And then we would put the last one as well, but it doesn't include the last one in the list, so already those 2 parts are satisfied, and then we just put a 2, because that's it. See, it checks out with the stuff. Trust me, it'll work. Hopefully. Our success rate's pretty questionable, but I can see the numbers in my mind. Remember the syntax for list slicing is start, end, stride. Yeah, see, that's what we were talking about. Since you're using the entire list, you should leave out the start, correct? Because we're going to be starting at 1, and end indices. Oh, why would they do that? But leave in the colons and give the slice a stride that will select every other that is an odd element. Oh, are they doing like a filter? Am I creating a filter? I just think it sounds dumb. My list. Range 1 to 11. Add your code. My code, in my world, what I'm seeing is this. Actually, I don't need that. Print my list. That's what I was saying in my head. If that's right, I don't know. The hint is saying leave them empty or omit. They're saying do it by don't include anything. They want it empty here, but make sure to omit the indices in your slice. Oh, not 1. My bad. My bad. 2. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's... So 1 is... But if it's index 0, wouldn't 1 be the second one? Perhaps not. Perhaps not. Okay, so... print blah. Well, I guess we can't do that just yet. If if no, not if. What? That's not even. No, that doesn't even make sense. Blank divided by 2. Not divided by 2. Modulo 2. Not 2. 1. 0. Prime. It can't be divided by 2. Meh. I don't know, I feel like there's like 35 different ways to print this. Pull the trigger, see what happens. That is ugly. We've got that. Now I just need to do something with this. Use list slicing to print out every odd element of my list from start to finish. Omit the start and end. You only need to specify a stride. Check hint if you need help. Remember the syntax, blah-de-blah da blah da blah. Got it. Since you're slicing the entire list, you should leave out start and end indices, but leave in the colons. Give the slice a stride that will select everything, every other. That's an odd element. You know what? I just realized it starts with 1. It starts with 1. I'm thinking in my mind, hear me out, crazy person's choice. I was seeing the numbers 1 to 10, but I was envisioning, hear me out, 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, and blah, 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 blah. I knew we were going to be and ... 10, right? Yeah, so I was getting confused with the 0 index. That's why I was thinking put the 1 in there for the index counting by 0, because then it would have actually given me 1 instead of 0, or God, it hurts. The point is I was confused. But since it's actually just starting from 1, all I have to do is the colon 2. Because then it starts on 1, which means it'll jump to 3, and then 5, and so on, and blah-de-blah da blah. Beautiful. I'd like to point out that we are doing math right now for fun at 6:45. I think we deserve a little slack. Topher. It will start at index 0, the value 1. Stride over an element and then get the second index value 3. Yeah, at start, you got it. Yes, it's just my processing of that was skewed. I kept fixating on the 0 instead of the 1 as our start point. So let me get rid of that. We'll bump you back up and simply drop you in. 13579. Just think, little cat. Only 58 more days of Python left. I hope not. Reversing a list. We have sent a positive stride progress. We have sent. No, just. I don't think my cursor doesn't show up on the Twitch stream, but I leave it over the words, and then it makes it look like other things. When the cursor's over a letter, I guess I get careless after the first letter too, and with the cursor in the way, doesn't help. All right, we've seen that a positive stride progresses through the list from left to right. A negative stride progresses through the list from right to left. I guess we've seen that. I haven't really noticed, but that makes sense. Letters, A, B, C, D, E, print letters. Entire list, beginning to end, -1. E, D, C, B, A. It's a friggin' miracle. Instructions. 1. Create a variable called backwards. Set it equal to the reversed version of my list. Make sure to reverse the list in the editor by passing your list slice a negative stride, like in the example above. So print my list -1. Bam. Interesting. Did you declare a Oh, I didn't declare a variable called backwards. That is such a great observation. Create a variable called backwards and set it equal to the reversed version of my list. So backwards equals my list in reverse. And make sure to reverse the list in the editor by passing your slice a negative stride. All right, so now we should. Do we even need to print it? We could do backwards down here. I don't know if they want to. I don't know if they care about us printing. That might throw it off. No, that's good. Okay. We're on to 10. It doesn't feel like it. Feels like we're on 6,000 out of 8 million, but that's all right. Stride length. A positive stride length traverses the list from left to right, and a -1 traverses the list from right to left. Further, a stride of 1 traverses the list by 1s, a stride of 2 traverses the list by 2s, and so on. Instructions. Create a variable backwards by 10, and set it equal to the result of going backwards to 100 by 10s. Go ahead, print backwards by 10, the console. Totally blanked on what they just asked me to do. Hint, remember the syntax, new list equals old list beginning and literally what we just did in the last one. So, that's good. That's fun. Baby steps. This is how all the sections should be. At least for me. Straightforward, pretty damn obvious. Create a variable. Backwards by 10s. You got it, dude. That is a Full House reference. Anyone caught that? The you got it, dude? No? Alright. We're reaching deep here for the TV movie references. Very obscure. Topher, I think the next section is actually somewhat fun and interesting. It'll be your first introduction to classes and the object-oriented programming paradigm. Yeah, I was interested on massively important programming paradigm. Yeah, because I've seen the term object oriented, and I'm not sure what exactly they mean. So that'll be another fun one. And as frustrating as Python, again, I'm happy to learn Python. I think it's been great. I just think it's been more difficult than it could or should have been with their oh so interesting instructions that they've provided. That consistency shit. Like the 1 to 11. You know? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I got the reference. The Olsen twins. See? Topher gets it. Topher knows. He understands. Alright. Backwards by 10. And set it equal to the result of going backwards through to 100 by 10. Also going to take you. Go ahead and print backwards by 10. And print your mom. To 100, colon, negative 10. Beat Don't mind me. I know that's going to be fine, but you know what? We'll run it. We'll run it. I was thinking quietly in my head for a brief moment. Print not equals, just print backwards 10s. Copy. Cool. Close that. Gonna do by 1. Okay. 1 to 100 is 100. Range 101 has 101 characters because it includes 0. Good. I was just reflecting on whatever lesson it was, section 7, with the stupid 1 to 11 range, that there should have been 11 characters. And actually, we'll do it here. There shouldn't be. There should only be 10 characters. So I was wrong. So 1 to 11 is just 10. The range 1 to 11 excludes 0 and starts with 1. Oh my god, and I'm forgetting the other component. It cuts off 11. Or it doesn't, like... so is it 11 excludes, or is it like the middle end section, where if I wanted, let's say it's 1 to 49. If you wanted 49, I'd need to put it at 50 because it cuts off at 50. Does that make sense? Is that what's happening? If I do 10, what gets included? What gets included? Okay, yes, so that's what's happening. If I put 10, it really starts counting at 9. I know it excludes 0. But it also cuts range. Okay, range 11 includes 0. Okay. Because, like, when I do range 9, it will spit out 8, but that's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that's only 8 because it excludes. I don't think this is that critical to go over. I'm really trying to get more comfortable with it. Because I'm still having to think about every single thing that I do. There's not a lot of stuff in Python so far that's just coming natural. I remember colons on occasion. Those come naturally when I remember them, but I'm just working on piecing this all together. We're going to reset, copy this, reset the code, drop it back in. Oh, yep, just kidding. Just kidding. It was negative 10s. Beautiful. Green Acres is the place for me. And before we go to Green Acres, don't mind me. Range 11. Yeah, we are not going to let this go. So, range 11 is it includes 0. Let's take a look at 10, because that really highlights it. We do have 10 items, 0 to 9, and that's that. When we do 1 to 10, it does 1 to 10. See, like, I think that's so weird that 1 isn't 0. It's like only part of it is 0 indexed. Just remember the upper level of your list is always 1 more than the last value, because the index starts at 0 and not 1. I totally get that. Like, I get that for 10 right here. It's going to spit out 0 to 9, as it should. But what irks me, what bothers me, is that if I drop in 1 to 10, I know 10 is going to be 9, but I don't like that 1 isn't 0. It does 9 to 1. So it's the start that's confusing as hell. That bastard's a liar. Because I need to make him 0 to get 0, but I thought, nah. I'll work on that. I just need to accept that. It's the terms of Python. Because 2 gives me 2, but 10 doesn't give me 10. 10 gives me 9. And 0's still there if I put in 0. Okay. It's okay. We're moving on. What do we have saved to our clipboard or copy or whatever it is? Okay, it's that. We're going to reset you, plop that in. You're just setting the first indices value to 1, but the first index is still 0. Okay. So it's more of just a fact of life. You can test this with my list 0. We will do that. Wait, should I go back to my list or just drop in a hefty 0 right here? We'll do the hefty 0 right here. Well, now that's interesting. Why the deuce did they give us... Oh, because the code's correct. It doesn't matter what the number is. Gotcha. So even if you put in 0, I wonder why it doesn't print out anything. Oh, because that's the range limit too, and there's nothing in there. So it's remembering index is 0. The first index reference, or the first, I don't know, list value? What do we call that? No, print my list 0. Ah. Hmm. 10. Oh god. Of course, I did all that and I go to the next lesson. Hopefully it loads. We've got 0. Why is there no? Oh, you're locking up on us. 10. And print. Whoa. Did not like that. Wonder why it doesn't like that. We are really just exploring all kinds of shit today. No print my. The range is essentially your list length, starting value, square brackets, my list. Oh, Jesus. Square. Okay. Square brackets. 0. Prints. 0. If we do 10, doesn't like that. But if we do 9, it does like that. 2, that works. 1, that works. And 0. So 0 exists. 0 is just a thing. Oh, you're right. The range, my bad. Not that. I commented out the bit that mattered. Okay, there we go. Now we get a 0. Now we drop in 10. Doesn't like her. 9. That's fine. 2. Also good. 1. She prints and 0. Ta-da. What's, hey, critical. Holy balls, feels so good to be back on my desktop. What's up? On mobile, feels bad. Yeah, that's no fun. I'm just tinkering with accepting the fact that, I suck at remembering the whole index 0 and trying to process, anything in a range that involves a comma. So yeah, this just been doing my thing, struggling with that, but it's going well. We solved this bit, thus the green checkbox up near the corner there. So yeah, but I've come to terms with the fact that zeros are a thing. Beautiful, beautiful. Backwards code. Let me throw this back up in its place. Range 10 means you have the list values 0 through 9. Range 1 through 10 means your list has values 1 through 9. Yeah, that. I need to get that tattooed on my chest, like right here. Exactly those two lines. That's basically what it's come down to. Backwards 10s equals to 100. Dum 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 dee dee dum 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 dum. All right, that is looking good. Print something. I think it was just print backwards by 10. Copy. Let's delete that extra one. We'll drop it down a line. We will drop it down one line. Bam. Oh, it's by -10. By -10. We remembered. All is right in the universe, mostly, at least in that one exact section. Now we're back into an ugly part. Practice makes perfect. Oh. Still reeling over the practice section that took days. Practice makes perfect, great work. See, the list slicing business is pretty straightforward. They need to adjust their definition of straightforward. Let's do one more just to prove you really know your stuff. And now I feel a little bit better about taking so much time trying to grasp the indices or the indexing issue. Made a proposal for the website I was going to make for my website, not sure to price it. Tell them you want all the tea in China. It's a Family Guy reference. Yeah, no, I have no idea how much to charge for a website. What is the going rate for doing a website thingy? I'm sure it changes for the industry and how complex the website is, but I don't know if there was a ballpark window. You know, the average Craigslist web developer price, if that's a thing. All right, great work. Yes, one more. And instructions. Here we go. Create a list 221 that's just the numbers from 1 to 21 inclusive. Already, because they say they want 21, I'm pretty sure I need to make the list to 22 if they want the number 21 in it. That's just me. Create a second list, odds, that contains only the odd numbers in the to 21 list. 1, 3, 5, and so on. We just drop in a 1, we drop in a 2, like we've been doing. Counting from 1. Use list slicing for this one instead of using compression. See, that's not good. I don't know what the hell they mean by instead of compression. I feel like I'm going to be able to slice the list just fine because that's the method they want, but compression is... who knows? What's happening? Going for the website for the stride. Craigslist price is garbage lol. Yes, good. Generally, the price depends on your experience as well as the complexity of the scope of work. I made a quick wireframe. Before I give a price, I usually sit down and interview the client to fully understand their requirements and expectations. Gotcha. Also, as far as confusion consistency, so I was looking at the perma destroy all link checkbox, which we made it to on one of the live streams. There's obviously there's modding people, which I should too. I just there's 3 people. I feel like I can keep on top of that, right? That's pretty low. Well, this isn't exactly bumping stream yet. But anywho, I know mods can do links, but they also have like the individual link feature function, at least when you're on the desktop version of Twitch. It's like their profile and, you know, the ban and message and blah blah blah, and then under them, when you click on their name and chat, there's that little like approve for link icon. I figured, because that's what I clicked on to like try and approve you guys, but I guess because I have the perma mega checkbox kill all links on site thing checked in my settings, I guess that overrides that. I would have figured the approve link would have overridden that, at least for YouTube, but no, guess not. So choosing between you dudes having link stuff and mega kill all link settings, I've just kind of left that one. I've got the damn auto mod thing too in the meantime. But yeah, that's that. Exactly. Critical. You took the words right out of my mouth. Couldn't have said it better myself. That's exactly what's going down. Alright, we made it to 221, and then as we progressed through, we quickly lost interest. Something about an 8 and a 4. I was ranting about 21, and I probably need to put 22. So, do it as odd, use slicing, finally create a third list, middle third, that equals the middle third of 121 from 8 to 14. Okay. Bit by bit, here we go. Create a list, copy. 221 equals. No, you slimy wrong, damn it. Step, kick, step, turn, kick. Are you trying to piss off the volcano god? Also another Family Guy reference. 221. We're going to do 1 to 22. Because if we just do, as we've become very intimately familiar with, if we just do 1 to 21, it will include our friend, number 1. But it's going to cut off 21 and only spit out 20. If we do just 21, it will include 0. And if we have our colon after properly set up, like so, when we do 1, it's going to count from 0, skipping over 1 and give us even numbers, which we don't want even numbers, we want odd numbers. So, I'm going to do 1 to 22, and we're going to do, not 1, give us odd, I meant 2, but 2 from 0 would give us even numbers. We want every two digits from 1 to 22. That should give us all of the odd numbers. All right. From there, you because we aren't friends. Friend request sent. Still can't see him. Yeah, whispers to shot in the dark Discord. Maybe? No, that's my only other alternative suggestion. I'm sure you dudes figured it out already, but to each his own. We figured out the listy issue. We didn't figure out the listy issue. Something equals range. Why don't I recall? Doesn't feel, none of this feels right. Don't mind the error. I'm doing save and submit to save the text. 10. Okay, so that was right. It's whatever our list name is equals range something or other. See? Like so. Beautiful. Beautiful. Very, very nice. Now let's go back to section 11. Dum 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 dim dim dum 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 dum. Practice makes perfect. We are down here. Create a list. 221. Here's 221. Our range is 1 to 22. Maybe I actually don't need to, I don't want to slice it just yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of myself. One to 22. That's our range. That's our guy. We've got our list. Create a list. 21. That's just numbers 1 to 21. Inclusive. Golden. Create a second list. Odds. Copy. Odds. That equals. That contains only the odd numbers into 21. List 1, 3 using slicing for this one instead of comprehension. So we're going to take 221. This has been brutal. So straightforward. So difficult. 122. Blah. Lovely. Now, finally, create a third list. Middle third. This is what I'm going to call my child if I have more, at least 4 or more. The third offspring will be referred to as middle third. That is all the love he will receive, or she. Yeah, when I click on the whisper message, it shows a blank chat window. Throw it up in Discord and I'll take a look in a bit. True dat. Discord life. Middle third. The most neglected child of the group. Slightly malnourished. But that's okay. What are we doing with this one? We just read the name. We okay. Create a third list, middle third, that equals the middle third to 21 from 8 to 14 inclusive. So they just kind of give us that to deal with. So 21, which is 8 to 14 inclusive, which means really they want 8 to 15. Those lying bastards. Do we print this nonsense? Yeah, no. Yeah? I feel like we should print it. We did all the work. Trace back. Something about line 5. Object is not callable. Oh, I need the lines. The brackets. Boo. Trace back. Line 5. Not tuple. Must be integers, not tuple. Tuple? Did you declare a variable? I kind of feel like I declared something. Maybe they would just want me to print stuff? Create a third list, middle third, that's equal to the middle third of 2. Oh, is it the colon? It's the colon. No? Not the colon. God, I can't tell. It looks... Okay, I feel like we're moving in the right direction. It looks like your list for odds. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 20 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we told it to start at 1. We know it starts at 1. What to do? What to do? You know what? Maybe... Okay. Range is 1. This guy needs to be 0 or empty. It's all these stupid... It's the... Because 1's the squared brackets, which means it's a list or whatever. It processes it differently. So we need to have it empty from the beginning, or a 0, technically. I think 0 would also produce the number 1. There we go. Okay, it looks like for... See, we made progress. And same thing for this. It's being the exact same stinky bastard that we don't want it to be. So we need to go below a number, right? If 1 was 2, then that means we need 7 to 13. Holy shit. Seven to 14. We went too far. There we go. What's going down? Throw it up in Discord. I'll take a look. 221. Oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. I didn't even need to specify 22. Didn't even need to specify 22. In, down here, at least. Up there, yes. Down here, no. We'll get rid of that, just to clean it up a little. Save and submit. Beautiful. Alright, and 7 to 14. Yeah, that was awful. Next, Lombadas. Had I known it would have taken this long to get to the 12, I mean, I had a feeling it would have been awful, but this is... We just got to 12. We haven't even gotten to it. I'll probably keep going after I finish 12, but it's... Holy hell, it's been an hour. I'd like to know... Now, I did go on that tangent, trying to figure out how the damn indices worked, but still, I mean... 1 to 6 yesterday took 30 minutes, and that's when I was sleepy and nearly blindfolded. 7 to 12 has taken twice as long. Well rested. We are encountering a lack of food, but, you know, that's part of life. Anywho, onwards. And we didn't even complete 12, and it's already been over an hour. We'll see how it goes. Oh, lambda, not lambada. I like to pronounce. I'm just... Speaking is one of my lower skills. I'm a yammer. Yammering is my strong suit. Clarity, not so much. Lambdas. I need to add that to my modulo. Crap, I'm drawing a blank on what it was before. You and your helpful guidance is making me better over time. I'm losing that ridiculousness. It was no, fuck. Modulo is what it is. Modulo. Boom, that's what it was. I really had to try to remember that. Lambda and modulo. Okay. So ridiculous. I'm just chuckling, reflecting on my complete lack of all of this, just understanding. This is good. Okay. with that said, entirely wrong. Anonymous functions. One of the more powerful aspects of Python is that it allows for a style of programming called, moving the mouse, functional programming, which means that you're allowed to pass functions around as if they were variables or values. Sometimes we take this for granted, but not all languages allow this. Check out the code at the right. See the lambda bit? Typing. Oh, see, it flows so much smoother when it's said correctly. I don't struggle like I did before. It's for the best, though. You guys should have let me go through my first interview without correcting the modulo or lambda. It would have been a far more interesting interview with me dropping modulo and can't even say it, and lambada. Oh god. That would have been so painful to watch. Alright. Lambda x colon x parentheses or modulo 3 is equivalent to 0 is the same as, well, holy hell, I haven't even read through the other example. This is already infinitely easier to at least write out. This is my friend. This is where I want to be. I realize it may be harder, but it's a whole hell of a lot better than that. Is the same as define by 3x return x modulo 3 equivalent to 0. Only we don't need to actually give the function a name. It does its work and returns a value without one. That's why it just feels, I feel the stress going away after knowing that this, I'm glad it's taken 10 sections to get to this. This one little bit right here is totally worth all the hell we've been going through. Alright, only we don't actually need to give the function a name. It does its work and returns a value without one. That's why the function the lambda creates is an anonymous function. When we pass the lambda to filter, filter uses the lambda to determine what to filter in the second argument, myList, which is just the numbers 0 to 15. Is the list it does the filtering on. Okay. Which is why they have myList over here in the actual editor range 16. That's the 0 to 15 bit. All right. Did we made it? And does the filtering on? Cool. Instructions. Can you dudes see? Can anyone or ladies? There's been the stray female or two that's accidentally come in here. Can you guess what the see that nonsense right here? What this? This is my life. 58 days of this crap. How quickly the tables turn around here. Can you guess what this code will print to the console? Click Save and Submit to see. No instructions. We're just enjoying the beautiful work of the lambda in its natural state. We see it slowly approaching the range as it crouches. Behind the bushes, it hears the print coming. It's like one of those National Geographic shows. Filter, or BBC's Earth. Good old David Attenborough, right? So, we've got myList equals range 16, which is really 0 to 15. We're going to print filter lambda x x modulo 3, anything divided by 3, comes out to 0, we'll print. D 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. Beautifully executed. Alright. Where do we stand? It's 7:30. What does that mean? Technically, it's 1931. Not the year, the hour. For you 24-hour aficionados like myself. We've been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes. Okay. That's cool. We're gonna keep pushing on. We're gonna keep pushing on. What's Topher saying? It means finishing Python today. We definitely won't finish the other 3 more sections, 11, 12, and 13 today, but we'll finish 10. We're gonna do a minor break. I'm just checking back on 12. I am going to grab this tool. That's right, we're going to call it a tool. Copy. And then we're going to take that, section 13. Alright. Lambda syntax. Lambda functions are defined using the following syntax. Hold the phone. Don't mind me. Alright. All is well in the universe. Mostly. Alright, here we go. Yes? We are continuing on from the top of... Little kitty, where'd we leave off? The top of section 13. Beautiful. Lambda syntax. Lambda functions are defined using the following syntax: mylist range 16 filter lambda x colon x modulo 3 equals, equivalent to 0. Still gotta work on pronouncing that exact symbol thingy. The double equals equivalent, probably, comma mylist. Lambdas are useful when you need a quick function to do some work for you. If you plan on creating a function you'll use over and over, you're better off using define and giving that function a name. I think I remember reading that somewhere. Yeah, kind of early on, like even I think there was a similar function in was it CSS? I feel like in SAS there was, I think it was SAS that they referenced some. Oh, it was it was unique things. If there's It was the unique identifier for CSS in Sass. That's yeah, good. Right? Little cat's on the run. Okay. Define. Instructions. Fill in the first part of the filter function with a lambda. The lambda dry. Remember what that means. Do I remember what dry means? Oh, well, vaguely, no. No bells are ring. I mean, there's a single bell distant. Really, it's more I can see the bell ringing very far away on the horizon. Can't hear it though. That's what dry is doing for me. Yeah. Yeah. I should remember, but I don't. Instructions. Don't repeat yourself. Ah, good. Good. All right. Fill in the first part of the filter function with lambda. Lambda should ensure that only Python is returned by the filter. Fill in the second part of the filter function with languages, the list to filter. Hint. Remember filter, it takes 2 arguments. The first is function that tells it what to filter. This is also, we've gone over this before. No? Remember filter takes 2 arguments. Filter is the function, tells it what to filter. The second is the object to perform the filtering on. Oh, that's just, I thought they were introducing something new, but that's just what we've been using to define our functions, is the filter itself. Good. Languages. Fill in the first part of the filter with the lambda. Here we go. Lambda, comma. Oh, no, that's not right. No. Well, I mean, that's okay. But I was looking at this. So my list of languages goes over here. Languages. Languages. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Languages. And then from there, fill in the first part of the filter. Of the filter function with the lambda should ensure that only Python is returned by the filter. So x equals Python. Fill in the second part of the filter function with languages to list the filter, which we have. So Python only is our goal, ideally. I guess x colon x. Mod, no. X equals Python. I think it's just x equals Python. Could be wrong. Your syntax doesn't look quite right. Take a look at the examples. Oh god. Or don't look due to whatever's in my eye. Something other than my eyeball. Less than desirable. Try again. Your syntax doesn't look quite right. Take a look at the examples in the instructional text. For a hint, file, Python, Lambda cannot contain an assignment. So maybe it's just the single equals that's throwing it off. Maybe the double. We'll try the 2. The 2 works. The 2 works. Topher, assignments versus equivalents. Yes, gotcha. Good. Okay. Single equal sign, assignment. Double equal sign, equivalent. Gotta remember that. Double equal sign, equivalence. Filter, lambda, x, colon, x modulo 3 equivalence or equivalent to 0, comma, my list. Start next lesson. Making progress, 14 out of 18. We are on the edge. Well, not quite yet. We're nearing the edge. Try it. All right, time to test out filter and lambda expressions. Cubes equals cube for x in range 1 to 11, filter lambda x colon x modulo 3 equivalence or equivalent to 0 in cubes, in the list of cube. Reference cubes for the list. The example above is just a reminder of the syntax. We'll open the hint. 1. Create a list squares that consists of the number. No, that consists the squares of the numbers 1 to. But I don't like any of this. Hold on. Who's putting a square in what now? Create a list squares that consists of the squares of the numbers 1 to 10. A list comprehension should be useful here. 2. Filter and a lambda expression. Use filter and a lambda expression to print out only the squares that are between 30 and 70 inclusive. Okay. All right. You want to filter for x is greater than equals 30 and x is less than 70. Technically, that hint should be 71. X is greater than 30. So should it be 29? X is greater than 29? It has to be greater than 29. It can't be equal. Oh, greater than or equals to. Greater than or equal to 30. So x is less than or equal to 70. Okay. We got it. We're good. Here we go. Ba-dum-dum. Doop-doo. Range. Am I creating a range? Yeah, I'm creating a range. Consists of squares of the number. We're not creating a range. Well, we're not doing it that way. That's for damn sure. We're doing cubes. Copy. But squares. We're doing cubed squares, you know. That old bit. Create a list squares that consists of the squares of numbers 1 to 10. 1 to 11. Check. The list comprehension. Okay, so that's good. That is good. 2. Use filter and lambda to print out only blah. So now we go to line 2, rule 3 for us, print, little bit of breathing room. Filter. Oh god, just type it out, dude. Filter, comma, squares, lambda, x, da-dum, 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 da-dum. Actually, I think that's good. I think that's all that's needed. Can I be printing filters? I thought I printed a filter in the last one. Maybe filter needs to be on the line above and then I print squares? I should be okay. If it throws up an error, we can change it. Nope. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. See that little cat? Success. 36, 49, 64. Hot damn. 15. Section 15. Ah, smaller section. Very nice. Iterating over dictionaries. I'm sure that's going to be very similar to iterators or dictionaries. But now we're iterating over dictionaries. See the difference? First, let's review iterating over a dictionary. Call the appropriate method on movies, such that it will print out all the items, hint, hint, in the dictionary, that is, each key and each value. Hint, you'll just want to print the result of calling the .items method on your movies. No loops necessary. So just .items. That's it. Movies .items. That's what I'm feeling. Copy. Print. Movies. How can I help you, little cat? What are you doing? Is that your reflection? You can see your Yep, nope, okay. Good. Good. I don't think we need anything more than that. Does that work? That worked. Monty Python's Life of Brian. Good. Monty Python's Meaning of Life. Okay. And Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Great. 16 of 18. We are actually moving towards the edge. God damn. Comprehending comprehensions. Oh, yeah. You get that. You get your spot, little cat. Or come over here and you know, be on the stream. That works too. All felines are welcome. Once. How about you keep moving just a little so I can keep reading? If you just, you know, move your face like right here. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, you were probably expecting scratches. Bit of a fake. Okay. Comprehending comprehensions. Good. Now let's take another look at this. Comprehension. Squares. X squared, 4x in range 5. Okay. Cat. Little kitty. I love you, but little cat is a diva. Yeah. Little cat's a friggin' monster. Hey, I'm staring at your backside. Little cat, if you were to open your mouth, I would see light and the wall behind you. So, if you could be a small feline over here, that'd be super awesome. And let's not type with your feet. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, we can see the screen. If we keep her occupied with scratches, we should be able to get through. Hey! No gnawing on my hand. Right? Sweet baby Jesus. Oh, you're in need of so much attention. Stop right-clicking. Last time you reloaded the page. And we didn't get to save our work. I still remember that. Wow, you're gonna be a cat. You're gonna move everything. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. There you go. Piece ourselves back together. It's like Humpty Dumpty over here. That's gotta be good. No, 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 no. No. Love you. Later. I'm 3 sections, what, 2.5. Look at this. Love? Yeah, you stay there. We're just gonna have to play hard D against little kitty. Comprehensions. Good. Now let's take another look at the list. Squares. X squared, 4x in range, 5. Don't move. Use a list comprehension to create a list. 3s and 5s that consists of the numbers between 1 and 15 inclusive, so that's 16 included, that are evenly divisible by 3 or 5. Get a hint. Mousing with the left hand. I would like this noted. At least this is being documented at how difficult of a cat this is to operate. You'd think there's one difficulty setting or very few difficulty settings for cats. Yeah, there's like 12, and she's like a level 12 attention difficulty needing cat. She's small and full of love, but you know, she's awful. Good talk. Hint. Remember list comprehension syntax looks like I can see you, feline. How about you go play in the hall? Or, you know, like the blender. Oh my god, you got the stupid headband on your face. I'm gonna take a photo. If she can. Yeah. Oh my god. How about... Poor cat. Did it fall off? Okay. Considering I share this room with my, oh, yes, love you. Oh, you can see. Perfect. I was gonna say, she got trapped in one of her headbands. No. No. Don't lay on the keyboard. This is just going south everywhere. Let's totally not lose. Okay. Let's focus. How about coding? That's a thing. People used to code on this stream. Who remembers that? I do. Back on day 57, which feels like an eternity ago. We have our hint. Remember, list comprehension syntax looks like this. List name, variable for variable in range. You can include an optional if statement after the range. You need such an if statement to check whether the numbers are evenly divisible by 3 or 5. Remember, modulo, the percentage symbol, is a good way to check if a number is evenly divisible by another. Let's do this. Let's do this. Go time. We've got one instruction. Use a list comprehension to create a list, 3s and 5s. Copy. 3s and 5s equals... Hard to see with the shadow from the desk on the keyboard. 3s and 5s that consists of numbers between a blank and a blank. We're gonna steal you. No, we won't steal you. We're not gonna steal you. 1 to 15, so range. Don't forget the shift key. Range 1, 16. That are evenly divisible by 3 or 5. Do I want to do that? I want to do that after. I'd be defining a variable. X squared, 4x in range. So I'm going to do 4x in range. And then I'm going to do all the 3 or 5, blah, blah, blah. X modulo. I feel like it can't be 3, 4, 5. That looks dumb to me. I think it's 3 or x modulo. Oh, already got a 5. Diddy, 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 diddy. And this could very well be super wrong, but that's our style. Go big or get it wrong. Wow, Cat, you are the worsties. Just oh. Don't forget the equals 0, 0 part. I kind of feel like I've got the equals 0, 0 part. Maybe it's just 1. Maybe it is 3 or 5 equals 0, 0. Or maybe it's a comma between them. Oh, you did it. Yay. Yeah, no, we got that part. I don't think, maybe I need to have 2. I'll create, maybe I set them up as strings? That can't be right. What would I do to differentiate those? Little cat, you are literally just right. Here's the code, and here's you. Right in front of the screen. Can't you suck on your toes over on the bed, please? Thank you, princess. Greatly appreciate it. Alright. Now that we can see the actual screen, variable for variable in range. X blah for x in range 5. We're going to cut out this bit and see if it runs just with that alone. 3s and 5s should contain 3, but doesn't. They have 3 or 5 there, so I'm going to do 3 or 5. Just for shits and giggles, we're going to see what happens. Doesn't like that. Maybe if we do parentheses, I don't know. I'm just shot in the dark, dude, right? Why is there a 5 there? Da-dum-dum, da-dum-dum. Dee-ding-deem, dee-ding-deem. Deep, 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 doo. Ba-da-dee, ba-da-da. Da-dum-bum, ba-dum-boo. That might work, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Before we pull the trigger, what's going down? You're close. Read the last paragraph of the hint. Let me pull the trigger first, and then we'll read. Okay. 3s and 5s should contain 3, but it doesn't. Which means it sees 5 for some reason? I don't know. Hint. Remember list compression syntax. Looks like this. Beautiful. You can include... Oh... Death. Death. It's the if. It's the if, little cat. You can include an optional if statement after the range. You'll need such an if statement to check whether the numbers are evenly divisible by 3 or 5. Remember, modulo is a good way to check numbers. Blah, 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 deep, deep, deep. Cool. So, do I just drop in a comma or something? Or if? More of a syntactical thing, because I've got like 35 combinations I could try, but each of them involve comma and other things. We'll see. We're going to take this noise, cut, for x. I do x for x. That seems redundant. We're going to stick with it. This is one of those 87 different combinations. I wonder if those need to be squared off. We'll see. What's going down? The way you're doing it now, you'll... Oh, Narsil, hey. The way you're doing it now, you'll get a list of booleans. False, false, true. So for x, for x in range 1 to 16 if blah. No comma after the range. One of the many mysteries solved. No punctuation, and on the same note as Topher. Okay, no punctuation before if there. Noted. Little cat, that mouse is already dead. Also, it was never a mouse in the first place. It's just a toy. She's busy doing her thing. I should be busy doing mine. Focus. And now, let's see if it likes it with or without the parentheses. We'll give this a shot. Ah, beautiful. I am curious if it works with parentheses. Probably not needed. In fact, I don't know. Maybe the parentheses are just going to totally obscure the code and just confuse the hell out of it. But I can't think of a better time to learn and figure out. It likes both. It likes both. As a human, I'm trying to figure out what I like looking at better. Do you guys have a preference? There's an answer. X for X is kind of redundant. Yeah, but you need it. Okay. The reason they have it like that is that usually you have something else in the first part. Like, okay, x squared 2 plus 1, 4x. Yes, I was going to say, I know, well, I did notice that all of the other examples have been squared or something going on before in that first area. This is the first one where it's been barren, for lack of a better phrase. Good, good. I'm going to drop the parentheses. Cool. We are on to 17 of 18. Holy sh! We're on the edge. This is what the edge is. List slicing. Great. Up next, list slicing. What time is it? 8:04. Something about lists. List slicing, great. Up next, list slicing, string ABC to J, all caps, start, end, stride, 162. String, start, end, stride. You can think of a Python string as a list of characters. Instructions. The string in the editor is garbled in 2 ways. First, our message is backwards. Second, the letter we want is every other letter. Gotcha. I am the something. The second letter is every other letter. Use the list slicing to extract the message and save it to a variable called message. I feel like this is very similar to the slicing that we were doing before, but now in the more Python-friendly format instead of the more generic. Hint. It's important to remember that lists are mutable, changeable in Python, but strings aren't. When you slice a string, you get back a new string. The original string is unchanged unless you purposely save over it like this. My string equals Monty Python, and just I don't know if the camera's blocking that. We're gonna do hint just so you can see. My string equals Monty Python, spits out Monty Python. My string equals my string, empty, colon, -7, spits out Monty. I don't like their example. Confusing. -7. Isn't that for when it's reading left to right? I get that if the first one is the start, so it's from the beginning. The second number is end, which means it should only have 6 characters, or it will draw in 6 characters, not 7, because it's one less due to index 0, and there's no stride. So the fact that it's negative confuses me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is the space. I guess I get it. It's the fact that it's negative. Oh, wait. -7 mean, oh, there's all kinds of stuff here. I'm pretty surprised that they waited this long to introduce slicing. Not that it's super necessary for early stuff, but it's fairly easy to learn even early on. -7 means stop before the end. Oh, got you. -7 means stop 7 before the end, not stop at 7. Aha. Interesting. Very interesting. 1, 2, 3. I'm counting the letters. 4, 5, 6, 7. Interesting. That's cool. Okay. Alright. Alright. Kick it down. Kick it down a notch. No need to be that excited. Fascinating. As a side note, whereas 7 means stop. Stop after 7. As far as slicing goes, they have been going over. I'm at 17 of 18, and they are mentioning slicing here. However, they started going over slicing around section 7. And there was that whole section, other slicing activities mixed in with the lambdas, and now we're back to it in the review section. So they have gone over some of it, not this exact formatting, but it's been there off and on, the idea of it. So what are we up to? We have 2 things. The string editor is garbled in 2 ways. First, our message is backwards. Second, the letter we want is every other letter. Okay. Use list slicing to extract the message and save it to a variable called message. Copy. Oh, I guess maybe they're introducing the slice part now? I guess so. Message. So garbled. The new variable is that it's going to be garbled it's going to be the whole string well, it's going to go, oh no, and it's going to be -2. Oh, not semicolons, full-blown colons. That's right. I guess I should print this bad boy. Use list slicing to extract the message and save it to... Well, they don't say print, but I'm gonna print it anyways, just because I can. Damn it. Print message. I am the secret message, which if you read slowly between the X's, you can see. Let me... I am the secret message. Ran out of real estate on my trackpad. All right, here we go. Section 18. Thank God, finally. Holy hell. Although we aren't out of the woods yet. I see 3 instructions and an ugly-looking hint. We still have to get through this. Lambda expressions. Last but not least, let's look over some lambdas. My list, range 16. You, Jane. The Tarzan reference? No. Me, Tarzan? No. Not important, not important. Narsel's saying something or other. The stride part, I mean. This is the same format, really, but it's just that if you only have 1 colon, Python assumes that you're giving it just standard, that you're giving it just start and end. But if you give it 2 semicolons, it knows anything you put after the second colon will be the stride. So start and stride. Yes, correct. So then if that's the slicing you were referring to, yeah, they definitely, so they started going that over section 7, this whole list slicing area. We went through that. That's actually where I started today's stream. Last night I did a really late stream for sections 1 through 6. Today's been 7 to 18. So, slicing onwards. Lambda expressions. Last but not least, let's look over some lambdas. My list, range 16. Filter, lambda, x modulo 3, equivalent to 0. My list. We've given you another slightly different garbled sort it out with a filter and a lambda. Damn straight, will do. Instructions. Create a new variable called message. Copy. Set it to the result of calling filter with the appropriate lambda that will filter out the x's. The second argument will be garbled. Finally, print out your message to the console. Fair enough. Hint, remember a lambda expression looks like this. Walk this way. That's young Frankenstein for you. Down the step, walk this way. Not important. For example, you might have lambda x, their werewolf, their castle. Thought you wanted to talk that way. Stay focused. Lambda x not equal to 10. Sure, yeah, all of those are totally viable things to a lambda with. Remember, filter takes 2 arguments. The first is the function that tells it what to filter. In this case, your lambda expression. And the second is the object to perform the filtering on the garbled string. Blah, message equals something or other with lambda, which we will piece together very soon. And lastly, print message. Beautiful. We're going to take you. Don't mind me before we copy that whole thing. No, not message. We jumped the gun. Bad Steven. We're going to take the whole thing. Copy. D. Now, do I really need it in the square brackets? Do I need... No, I don't need the square brackets. Okay. What's going in? Aerosmith. Always fun. Always fun. Filter, that's just our base template. What we are doing is this bit. This is where it gets interesting. Not really interesting, but this is the meat of our filter. Set it to the result of calling filter with the appropriate lambda that will filter out the x's. The second argument will be garbled, and is it the same? It's skipping, what is that, every 4? A really obscure 3, 2, 1, 3, 1. We just don't want any x's. That's what we want. X does not equal. I think it needs to be a string. Does not equal capital X. My gut feeling for now. Now, garble. My list needs to be changed. Oh god. So we have our garbled message. Blah da da blah da blah blah blah. We're creating a new thing. Message. Now, did they say create a new variable? Okay. Set it equal to the result of calling filter. Yeah, so we don't need the brackets around this. Filter lambda x. X is not equal to u in regards to garbled, and we're going to print message. Fingers crossed we don't burn down the internet. Boom. First try. Ka-chow. Advanced topics in Python. Achieved. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh. And we're moving on. You earned a badge. Look at that. Revel in the glory. Close. Congratulations, you finished this course. Section 10 done. Up next, introduction to bitwise operators. Bitwise operators directly manipulate bits, patterns. My bad. We're going to start that over. Bitwise operations directly manipulate bits. Patterns of zeros and ones. Though it can be tricky to learn at first, their speed makes them a useful addition to any programmer's toolbox. And something about classes. Is this actually the next one? I thought classes was the next section. Did we finish section 1 of 10? Oh my god, we only finished section 1 of 10. Death. Codecademy. You soulless witch. 80% of the way through Python. I was mistaken. We were right. It is Introduction to Classes is the next section entirely. There's only 2 parts, Introduction to Classes and Classes. But I'm still in Advanced Topics in Python, which is part 2. We finished Advanced Topics and now we've got Introduction to Bitwise Operators. Bits are easy. Knock this one out. I will keep going. I don't know how far we're going to make it, but, I mean, the ball's rolling. Might as well. Could they have a longer introduction? Holy hell. It's been 58 days. We haven't... This is a novel. We haven't encountered that. Alright, and there's arrows pointing to things. Damn. This is the longest snake in the world. Just reflecting. All is well. We are sailing on. Fear not. Fear not. Alright, just a little bit. Clever. 14 sections. Feeling good, feeling frosty. Alright, happy times. This is what we wanted. This is the dream. Welcome to an intro-level explanation of bitwise operations in Python. Bitwise operations might seem a little esoteric and tricky at first, but you'll get the hang of them pretty quickly. Bitwise operations are operations that directly manipulate bits. In all computers, numbers are represented with bits, a series of zeros and ones. In fact, pretty much everything a computer is represented by, In fact, pretty much everything in a computer is represented by bits. This course will introduce you to basic bitwise operations and then show you what you can do with them. Bitwise operators often tend to puzzle and mystify new programmers, so don't worry if you're a little bit confused at first or for the first 58 days. Just gloss over that confusion. To be honest, you aren't really going to see bitwise operators in your everyday program. However, they do pop up from time to time, and when they do, you should have a general idea of what is going on. Instructions. In the editor are 6 basic bitwise operations. Click Save and Submit Code and see what the console prints out. All of them. Oh no! Damn! Oh, frack. Yeah. We're good. We're good. Don't mind that. It's just the demons trying to get out. Happy times. In the editor, there are 6 basic bitwise operations. Click Save and Submit Code. See what the console prints out. All of them will be explained in due time. If I don't fall asleep before that point. Print 5 to 4, right shift. Print 5 to 1, left shift. Print 8 and 5, bitwise and. Print 9 or 4. Print 12, X or 12 or 24, or 42, not 24. There's print. Don't print 88. My wife thinks you're crazy. Well, that's good. My fiance thinks I'm crazy. So, to each his own. Yeah, it's certifiable. That's the aim we're going for. Crazy person's choice. Dum 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 dum. Okay, what actually happened? Print 5 to 4, right shift. We got a beautiful 0. Print 5 to 1, left shift. That birthed a 10. 8 and 5 produced a 0. Yeah. That'd be like if you put a giraffe and a penguin in the same cage during mating season. You wouldn't get anything, so that makes sense, kind of. 9 or 4, 13. Who is doing that? Clearly, whoever wrote the instructions for the last 58 days of Codecademy is doing the math on all of this stuff, because it doesn't make sense at all. 9 or 4 gives us a 13. Maybe I'm reading too literally into this, or I'm taking it too literally. 12 paired up 42 is 38. All of this physically hurts. Print. The only one that I picked up on was 88, is that it's like running through or printing up to a point or past a point, and it didn't print that. I don't know. No, I've got nothing. None of this. Oh. 9 or 4 is 13. Yeah. It is. So Hold on. Remember, you're operating on bits, zeros and ones. I I think the bitwise operators broke the Steven. I'm not. This is this isn't going to go well. Does anybody remember the Hindenburg? just a little foreshadowing. Oh god. All right. Sounds like binary. You'll find out why this is accurate if you convert base 10 integers to base 2. I believe you. I want to believe you. Let's see what happens. Oh, there's a mouse pad on my desk. we are losing all control, all sense of function. This is probably going to be our most interesting section yet. Oh god. It's happening. Water. Got my loofah scrubber. Feels good. All right. It's go time. Lesson 10. The base 2 number, or lesson 10, can't really tell. I think that's lesson 10. Lesson 10. The base 2 number system. When we count, this is like story time. I like this. 2 sections of just click and save and submit. Oh yeah, okay, that's good. That's helpful. That's motivational to keep reading. When we count, we usually do it in base 10. That means each place in a number can hold one of 10 values, 0 to 9. In binary, we count in base 2, where each place can only can hold one of 2 values, 0 or 1. The counting pattern is the same as in base 10, except when you carry over to a new column, you have to carry over every time a place goes higher than 1, as opposed to higher than 9 in base 10. Okay, I can kind of see that. So when you get to 9 and it has to go above that, then a 1 flops up. Then you count to 9 again, and then another 1 gets added to that. It flops up to 20. Oh. Oh, which they have, yeah. I love this lesson 10. By the way, for introduction, get base 2. English is hard. Yes. Did you guys hear about the Taken series being converted to a TV series showing how he became who he is? No, but that sounds awful. Sounds better than base 2 for now. All right. The counting pattern is the same, except when you carry over, place goes, higher than 9 in base 10. For example, oh god, no, why? Damn. We are on the losing side of this battle. I don't know if you guys have experienced The Sims, but we're operating very close to the red zone for like food and energy and all that kind of stuff. Doesn't matter. Determination off the charts. There's no determination bar in Sims, but if there was, it would be rolling over to the next one. Yeah, we'd be base 10ing something. This ship is sinking fast. This is going to be great. For example, the numbers 1 and 0 are the same in base 10 and base 2. But in base 2, once you get to the number 2, you have to carry over the 1, resulting in the representation 10. Gotcha. Adding 1 again, the result is 11. 3, and adding 1 again is the result 100. 4. I get that. Let me just process it once more. Just imagine a Buffalo Bill behind you saying it's put the lotion on the skin if you don't finish this section. Oh God. Only. Okay. This is just awful. What's the B for? Why can't it just be... The B is throwing me off. Base. 0, base 1? I'd prefer it be, I guess, yeah, binary. Yeah, I think you're right, Critical. I think you're right. I just prefer seeing the ones as is, but I guess the B is needed. All right. We left off. I'm going to read this bit once more. This has actually been helpful. I can see it in my head, but let me just keep going. For example, the numbers 1 and 0 are the same in base 10 and base 2. But in base 2, once you get to the number 2, you have to carry over the 1, resulting in the representation 10. Adding a 1 again results in 11. That's where 3 is. 3 is an 11. And adding 1 more again, 4, the whole thing shifts over. And we've got a 0, a 1, and a 0. And we're back there in our third spot with a 0. Clean slate. Okay. Contrary to counting in base 10, where each decimal place represents a power of 10, each place in a binary number represents a power of 2, or a bit. The rightmost bit is the ones bit to the power 2 to the power 2 to the 0 power. The next bit is the second's bit 2 to the first. When 4, 8, then 4, 8, 16, and so on. Okay, so it keeps doubling, or square. It keeps squaring. It's exponential. It's exponential. That's what it is. There are only 10 kinds of people in the world. Those who understand binary and those who don't. Huh, true that. I learned binary in my computer repair class, but it's been a couple of years. We'll make it through. We've got 3 more well, actually, they were saying that it's not used often. That's okay. We'll find a way. We'll turn it into a game somehow. An app. I'll make a binary app that's a game. God, that sounds boring even to me. Holy hell. In fact, I'm sure there's binary games out there. But, back to this. Math Blaster's Binary Edition? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what we need. There are 10 kinds of people in this world. Those who understand binary and those who don't, and those who didn't expect this joke to be in trinary. Holy crap. Oh, we are so far off the rails. All right. The binary number 1010 is 10 in base 2 because the 8th bit and the seconds bit are on. Oh, this is so brutal. I love it. In Python, I'm just so lost. I mean, I can kind of see it, but No. In Python, you can write numbers in binary format by starting the number with 0b. When doing so, the numbers can be operated on like any other number. Okay, take a look at the example in the editor. Really try to understand this pattern before moving on. Click Save and Submit code when you're ready. Oh god. There we go. Print 0b1 will spit out a 1. 0 and then 1. Okay, that's just like if we were to write 0, 1 in base 10, right? Human language, human numbers. 0, 1 would just be 1 in human numbers. 0, so 2. So really we should be ignoring the 0b. We don't need to ignore the 0b. That's probably telling it that it is a bit or in binary or base 2. So let's look to the right of the b. 1 is 1. 2 means it carries over, the 1 pops up, and we're left with the 0 again, which is 10. 3 means, in terms of binary, from base to binary, it's 10 plus 1, so it's 11. I can see that. 4 is the whole thing shifts over again. I wish I could write this out. Mechanically, pencil or something. 4 is 100 because there's the 1 from up here. There's this dude. The 1 jumps over 1 spot, and these two become 0. So we have 100. This hurts emotionally. No one can forget their first experience with binary. I used 10 kinds of loops. Oh god. Alright. 5. We have 1. 2 becomes 10. It moves over. 3 becomes 11. 4. The 1 moves over. The 2 0 out. So 5 would be 101, which is 101. Don't mind me. Hold on. My first day as a computer science major in my first class course for C++, within 5 minutes having to code a calculator that adds binary digits, I felt like I was going to throw up. Oh, that sounds awful. Hold on, just a second. Alright, here we go. Crisis averted. Cat fiasco. We're down to... Can you guys hear the garage door when it opens? No? The whole room shakes. Hopefully the shock mount eliminates it. I know that the vacuum can be heard, which, due to all the noise filters, it just leaves this super high-pitched whine. But, yeah. Taking his nose, digging for that treasure? Almost. Yeah, no, I'm here. It's me in the house, and the 3 cats. We're down to 1 can of food. The sick one, the old one, the black and white one, Kitty. Yeah, yeah. He's got some heart condition, and we have to give him pills. It is so ridiculous. Trying to feed a cat medication. So we have to put the medication in the wet food. Not that this matters to anybody. Certainly doesn't apply to binary. But, yeah. Good. Good. So, there's that. Cat food running low. I'm the winner who gets to go out and get more cat food. But I'll probably leave in a bit. Okay. Where are we? We made it to down here, and really, no, we made it to over here. We left off at 5, understanding that 5 is 101. The 1 becomes a 10, so that becomes 110. 7 becomes 111. Print 0, 1, so that's just 1, plus 11 would spit out 100, I think. And 11 plus 11 would spit out, oh god. It would be 1,000? I should really guess this and understand it. I get that line 9 is 100. At least I think it's going to be 100. But line 10, 11 plus 11. 11 plus 11. What to do? I think it'll be 1,000. Why? Oh, well. Oh, I'm trying to figure out the exact number that it'll be. I was just looking at this, like, I was thinking of it. I don't see 4. It's like the reverse of the Matrix. Line 9 is 4 in base 10. Yeah, I thought I was trying to figure out what it would be in base 2, not base 10. I thought they wanted... I thought it would print. Well, you know what I thought it would print. You thought I would see base 10 and mistakenly I thought it would be just because the extra 1 digit. If 1 and 11 was 100 with 2 zeros, I thought it was going to be base with 3 zeros because of the extra digit. Maybe it's not. It's not. It's 1,000. Because look, don't mind me. Print 0B 1,000 would be 8, and print 9 0B 1 0 1 0 and 9. So, oh, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. 0 1. So what's 11 plus 11? Jesus, that seems like something terribly wrong. Or terribly long. Why? Oh, that's O. My bad. Noob. 0B. 0, 1. 0B. 1. 0, 1, 0. Do. This is kind of terrible. So, are there a lot of streams where people learn binary? Probably not. Probably not. Python will only give numbers in binary when you ask it specifically with bin and stuff. Aha. I wonder if I can do maybe bin? Will that work? Does that look stupid? It feels stupid. Oh, don't mind me. Hashtag. I don't actually know if those are even accurate. I think I messed up the numbering here. No, it wouldn't be doing that. This is wrong. This is wrong. 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. That's correct. Numbers are difficult. This is just weird and awful. This would be the only binary stream I've seen on Twitch. You found an untapped market to exploit. Oh my god. yeah, this is really some high demand content that I'm producing here under the BDX Inc. brand / moniker. Holy crap. Look out for the BDX Inc. booth at TwitchCon. I'll be next to the drinking fountain outside. It'll be just me. Holy hell. Too funny. Okay. Oh my god, it worked. Hey, and I was wrong at first because it was 1,000, but then when I realized that I got it wrong and I started writing it out here, 1001, I was right. That's, binary? I'm sure you'd fulfill some I'm sure you'd fulfill some sadistic bastards who get off on people struggling with binary. Oh yes, can't wait to meet those 3 dudes. Oh my god. Okay. We made it through here. Fascinating. Next lesson. You know what I just realized? As we start 3 of 14. Here we are. Yes. I would like to point out that when was it? It doesn't have the time code for... Maybe it does have the time code, not in the mobile edition. Where'd it go? I'm gonna find it. Don't mind me. Hold on. Where is it? Did I totally envision it? Or did I imagine something that didn't happen? I was gonna say, I'm on section 3 of binary right now, because Topher said it would be easy Remember? He said it would go quick, and I distinctly know he put that comment in there. This is not easy. You tricked me. It just dawned on me. You knew damn well that this wasn't going to be easy at all. I just can't find the comment now. Oh my god. Sounds like binary. My wife thinks you're crazy. Bits are easy. Knock this one out. Yeah. Bits are easy. Knock this one out. To quote. Holy hell. Jesus. Throwing that in. Oh, this just hurts. Alright. I said bitwise was easy, not binary. Sneaky. Yes. Ha ha ha. Hardy har har. Holy crap. Alright. I'm gonna keep going as long as I can. Hopefully we at least make it to section 5. Although, probably once we get out of the binary, probably the bitwise operators is the easy part. We'll see how it goes. I've got to like 9:30. I've got like a guaranteed 8 minutes more. And then it's kind of a soft finish line from there. Before I have to potentially head out. Alright. 1. I can count up to 1,100. Alright, time to practice counting in binary. To make sure you've got the hang of it, fill out the rest of the numbers all the way up to 12. Oh, that's what we were doing. We made our way all the way up to 11. We did that. Over. I'm just selfish because I want Python to be over. You have no idea. I want Python to be over. Oh god. Alright, so this is actually easy. We already made it all the way to 11. I'm just gonna grab it from the other section. Don't mind me. But before we do that, time to practice counting. To make sure you've got the hang of it, please don't use the string method or any other outside function. Wasn't planning on it. Here are a few numbers. Here are a few numbers that will be good to know going forward. 2 times 0 is 1. 2 exponent 1 is 2. 2 exponent 2 is 4. 2 exponent 3 is 8. 2 exponent 4 is 16. 32. Cat, if you don't want to be held here, you have to move. Just bought this JS course on Udemy. Supposed to be really good. Let us know how it goes. Hopefully it's super handy. If it mentions anything about removing cats when you try to code, let me know. Guess what, little kitty? You're on the short list for being made into violin strings. Yeah, how about you think about that over here? Right? Good? Good? Thank you. Here are a few numbers that will be good to know going forward. If you come back on the desk, I swear to God. And we're good. Here are a few numbers that will be good to know going forward. 2. So what is all this? What is? Oh. You may recognize these numbers. Do you have a 32 or 64-bit system? Does your computer have 256 GB hard drive? Computers think in binary. Interesting. That explains so much. Kitty, I think we both know what we're thinking right now. Alright. No, 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 get your ass off the keyboard. No, you stay there since you're laying down. I'll move the keyboard. It's explaining all the elements that goes into JavaScript and how it works. Douglas Crockford. I'm leaving my phone on you because you're awful. Fill out the no. Oh my god. Yes, cat, move. Anthony out Alicia or something. Chat's great. Chat's tons of fun. Okay. Instructions: fill out the rest of the numbers with their corresponding binary values up to 12 in the editor using the 0bxxx format. Hint: feel free to peek back at the previous sections of the exercise if you're having trouble. Print 0b 1100 comma hashtag 12. Ah, I see. This course is super detailed. Nice, yeah, I saw it on Udemy, but I'm cheap. Tells you what a Lexel environment is in all those terms. Sounds hot. So ridiculous. 1 equal. Do I have to put it in their stupid format, or can I just drop it in? Bam! How about that? Little kitty, if you claw my thumb, you will find out what happens. Don't you sit in my lap. The keyboard's in my lap. What is it? Does the keyboard smell like something? Holy hell. Is it because it smells like top ramen? For unexplained reasons. I'm sure. We'll go into that story later, but in the meantime, okay, look, you're in my lap. That's good. You have a cat. Oh my god, is that your hand? Did something just like snap? Jesus. Oh. Alright. There we go. Catted. Really felt her arm just like move. Huh. Thought I like snapped it or something. Not good. No broken arms. Fire away, please, God. Oh, you bastard. 11. Bitty, 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 bitty. Oh god. All right, we left off at 4, 5, 6. No. We'll type it out. Do we need to type it out? I mean, we went through. It just takes a long time to think. This is not instinctive. I'm not going to quickly be able to fire off binary at a moment's notice. We're 20 minutes into me learning binary. Even by my weird standards, I still wouldn't expect that. I should. If anyone did, it would be me, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Go time. Can I... Make sure you answer in binary using 0bx format. We missed something. Something's out of order, and it's my fault. B1, 10, 11, 100, 101, 110, 111, 1000, 101, 110, 111, 101. I don't know. What? We have 1. 1 becomes 10. 10 becomes 11. 11 becomes 10 and moves over, which leaves us with 100. We start over the process. We have 1. 1 becomes 10. 10 becomes 11. And then it becomes a 10 and moves over. And we have all zeros. Then we start with 1 again. 1 becomes 10. 10 becomes 11. And 11 becomes 10, and it moves over. Good call. Good call. Remove the comment. Topher understands the machines. He knows what they want. When they rise up, he can do the negotiating with them. I'll be left to deal with the blender, at best, maybe. The bin function. Excellent. The biggest hurdle you will have to jump over in order to understand bitwise operators is learning how to count in base 2. Hopefully the lesson should be easier for you from here on out. There are Python functions that can aid you with bitwise operations. In order to print a number in its binary representation, you can use the bin function. Bin takes an integer as input and returns the binary representation of that integer in a string. Keep in mind that after using the bin function, you can no longer operate on the value like a number. You can also represent numbers in base 8 and base 16 using the oct and hex functions. We won't be dealing with those here, however. Cool. We've provided an example of the bin function in the editor. Go ahead, use the print bin to print out the binary representation of numbers 2 through 5, each on its own line. Use the code on line 1 as a guide. You can use a separate print statement for each number through a loop, or range should work just as well. Okay, so wait, am I supposed to print it each on their own line, or am I supposed to use a loop to do it? Oh, they want me to print each statement on its own line utilizing a loop or range. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, so this is the Earth. Print bin 1. Oh, God. Death. Keep going. This is fun. This is what we want. This is what we do with our free time. Enjoy the fury. Who puts the heat on? It's like 1,000 degrees in here. And a cat in my lap, it's like, just, we're gonna start breaking out into sweat soon. And binary to top it off. I'm pretty sure this is what hell is like. Hot and hot and confused. So I'm supposed to do something productive. Bin. Fuck, how do I print on a line? Bin. Two to 6. And isn't it something like how do I get it to print each on its own line? Print bin. Does comma go each on its own line? No. Trace back. Do given. Your mother's given. Do. I don't know. Narsil, bin can only take one argument. Ah, yes, as we just discovered from the error message. There's no 16. Been raining a lot here. All of a sudden. Yeah, it's so damn cold at my house. Topher needs a warm embrace. Just printing the default ways puts print output in different lines. Okay, so I can do that because I wanted to be this guy, but I didn't know if they'd let me do that. Oh, wait. Just printing the default way puts print output on different lines. Ah, so not this way. Gotcha. So frack. Okay. I loop through it. I have a list. And then I put the list in here, like numbers. Will that work? Does that look stupid? Does that sound stupid? Print numbers equal range. Like if it were my party, is what I would do. I don't know if it actually likes that. That's probably a dumb idea, but we're gonna see. Stupid idea. Confirmed by the error method. For loop it. Just printing the default way puts print each output on different lines. For loop it. No, that's what I meant. It would have worked that way. But critical link is right that a for loop is a bit nicer, huh? They each should be on their own line. Alright. Code looks a bit off. It's because it's stupid. Print 5 print statements. Path of least resistance. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm more of a print 5 statements. We'll work on pretty in the future. Right now we're just working on survival. Good, good. 2, 3, 4, 5, and boom, hideous. Look at that. An ugly baby. Ints, second parameter. Python has an int integer function that you've seen a bit already. It can turn non-integers into an integer, like this, integer 42. What you might not know is that the integer function has an optional second parameter, int 10(2). Puts out 6. Never would have guessed that in a million years. When giving a string containing a number, and the base that number is in, base 2, 110 in base 2, will spit out 6. That is interesting. That's what that is. When given a string containing a number and the base number, that number is in, the function will return the value that number converted to base 10. Ugh. Narsil, the for loop would have been for I in range 2 to 6, print bin I. I like that. I'll save that for the future. Mental noted. For I in range 2, 6, print bin I. Lovely. Little cat, you will not put your claws in my thighs or crotchal region. Swear to God, you'll be out that window before you know it. Okay. What am I doing? This literally hurts. I was promised that this would be fun by somebody. Remember? Or easy, bitwise. We're on the edge of bitwise. I swear, this section 6 better be anything. It better not be anything less than delightful, right? God. Okay. In the console, there are several different ways that you can use int function, and I'm sweating. I wish you guys could feel the heater falling apart, man. This is brutal. The heat with binary, learning binary, basically in an oven. Well, you're well on your way to becoming lead hexer cap. Great. That's just what I wanted. All right. Chive on. In the console, there are several different ways that you can use the int function's second parameter. On line 7, use int to print the base 10 equivalent of the binary number 11001001. Very, is that wrong to say? It's very, very Helen Keller. That's probably not the most, what's the term? Politically correct? That's okay. Use the examples on lines 1 through 4 as a guide. I feel like is the LMFAO for the Helen Keller reference? I've seen quite a bit of black and white film and just life from yesteryear. I was raised in the 1960s, and 50s, maybe even 1940s, so that's all of my movie references are well before basically any Twitch user's time, thanks to my mom in particular. Ah, good. Yes, Topher got the reference. As long as one person got that reference, that's all that matters. Hint, use the examples on lines 1 through 4 as a guide. Everything hurts. Print integer 1 in base 2 would spit out, it would birth a 1. Integer 10 in base 2 would spit something out. Integer 111 and so forth. Bin 5 in base 2. Line 5 is interesting. Print out the decimal cat. Print out the decimal equivalent of the binary blankety blankety blank blank blank. Int. No. I don't. This just feels wrong. I mean, I get it. I know that computers think this way, and this is important, but holy hell. I got it right. It's 201. Ladies and gentlemen, it was 201. Section 6. The most exciting section of Codecademy, apparently. 58 days to get here to the best section ever, bitwise. The first steps. No longer referencing binary. Let's see how this turns out. Slide to the left, slide to the right. Already don't like that reference anyways. So we're gonna dock half a point from this section just for that. The next two operations we're going to talk about are the left and right shift bitwise operators. These operators work by shifting the bits of a number over by a designated number slot. Okay, piquing interest. Steven is mad at me for telling him this would be easy. Yes, who does that? Want to do something really fun? Okay. This is worse than like the Disneyland versus the dentist scenario where you tell the kid, yeah, we're going to Disneyland, really it's the dentist? Wrong. God. Anywho, I have a capacity where I have to finish something. And I made it past that finish point, and now I need to make it to the next finish point, which was technically 5. I'm okay with that. But like once I start something, I have to make it to a certain point before I can stop. So I wasn't just gonna stop on section 4. Unless there's some reason that really necessitates stopping. Yeah, you'll never yeah, we're gonna have to thoroughly vet all things prior to that. Advice? Absolutely. We will always take that. We'll put judgment category in a separate one, though. Okay, slide to the left, slide to the right. The next two operations we're going to talk about are the left and right shift bitwise operators. The operators work by shifting the bits of a number over by a designated number of slots. The block below shows these operators work on the bit level. Note that in the diagram, the shift is always a positive integer. Okay, left bit shift 2. 1 over 2. Was here. Now it's here. Over 2. 1 over 2 equals 4, because 4 is 100. Okay. My mind hurts, but I can see that. I get that. So 101 3. You dudes are moving over 3 spaces. 1 1 2 3. So it should be, yeah, 1 2 3, which is some god awful number. It's 40. That's what 40 looks like. But damn it, day 58 is a triumph. Yeah, well, almost. Today's day 57. Tomorrow is day 56, which, no, not wow. That's not true. 56 does not come after day 58. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, that was a lie. Tomorrow's day 59, which will be February 28th, which is the end of the month, and that will be the end of month 2 of the year of streaming and learning code. That will be a triumph. Last night's almost missed stream for sleeping was that was a triumph as well. That was close. Today almost didn't happen because of yesterday. But we had to push on. Woke up in a panic, and here we are learning binary today. Yeah, so that's 40. For all of you who were wondering what 40 looks like on the inside, if you were to cut open the number 40, it looks like that. There's a couple of 1s and a bunch of 0s. Right bit shift. Oh, it's like subtracting. Interesting. 101. You had to calculate a calculator, or you had to make a calculator based off this? I would have lit the classroom on fire. Holy hell. This is brutal. 0 0 1 0 something or other with a 3. I don't know. Point is it moves over to the right, and we're left with something. That's a 2. 10 is equal to 2. in base 10. Agreed. Are there numbers that you can't have in base 10? No, there's not numbers you can't have in base 10. They just look dumb. That's all. We forgot. Oh my god, Cat, you're ruining the laughing with your claws. I did say that. Oh god. I'm reading the chat. Holy shit. I've just completely lost it. We're going down. Today almost didn't happen because of yesterday. We're under siege. This sucks. We can't even make it through the instructions. I don't even think I'm supposed to do anything. I think I'm just supposed to hit save and submit. Bit shifting is actually not like subtracting. It's actually multiplication and rounding division by 2. Interesting. Okay. Bit shifting, not like subtracting. It's actually multiplication and rounding division by 2. Gotcha. Okay. Good. Still can't get over that today quote, though. I don't know why when I look at that I need to laugh, but we'll avoid that. We're on the edge of doing something. We made it through the code. There's this bunch of zeros. If it's all zeros, it's zeros. That's comforting. Alright. This operation is mathematically equivalent to divide... Oh, yeah. There we go. The last... Ta-da. That. This operation is mathematically equivalent to floor dividing and multiplying by 2, respectively, for every time you shift, but it's often easier just to think of it as shifting all the ones and zeros left or right by the specified number of slots. Note that you can only do bitwise operations on an integer. Trying to do them on strings or floats will result in nonsensical output. Challenge accepted. Sounds like another perfect opportunity to develop a terrible app-based binary math game. Yeah, get ready for the suite of BDX binary math app games coming. Math game apps? Yeah. One of those. English is hard. Narsil. Okay, from the top, bit shifting is actually not like subtracting. It's actually multiplication and rounding division by 2. Basically, you should always get the same thing for shifting as you do with times 2, and the same thing for shift right as with divide by 2. Interesting. The difference being that bit shifting is much easier than multiplication and division for computers. Interesting. Good insight. Helpful secondary commentary. Their instructions, finally, after crawling through this landslide of an anecdote, holy shit, we reach our instructions. Shift the variable, shift the variable, shift right. I don't know which direction's right or left for you guys. Basically, everything hurts. Or sorry, that should be divided by 2 for Python 2. Totally cool. I saw the 2, but I saw it as a single slash in my mind as I processed it out loud. So good, fun. Glad we're on the same page. My assumption was correct. Back to the instructions. Instructions. This is getting hard. Shift the variable. Shift. I think right is this direction. No? Yeah. Shift to the right for you guys. That's left for me. Hand gestures don't matter. Screw the hand gestures. We're shifting to the right twice. Beep beep 2. And shift the variable shift left to the left twice. Beep beep 2. Try to guess what the printed output will be. Use the example in the instructions above. Oh, this physically hurts. Like 5 divided by 2 equals 2. And 5 shift right 1. Equals 2. Yeah, I guess that works out. Clever. Alright. This would be a terrible, terrible couple's gift. You know, you could buy a couple like a gift certificate for like ballroom dancing or something. Can you imagine gifting a couple a class for or tickets to a binary class? Learn how to do counting by base 2. That's what I want. Those will be the free giveaways on my stream. Not cool stuff like stream keys. But gift certificates to binary classes for couples. Yeah. Shift right. So we take binary something, 2 arrows, and 2 spaces. Here we go. Wait, do I need to type anything? Your code here. Yeah, I need to shift it. Shift right equals flippity blue. So we're going to take you, copy, blah, right. Forgot the shift key. Something about a 2. Why does this feel like a punishment? Copy. Well, this is 1. So shifting 2 is going to be, there's no negative numbers in binary. Is that what they were saying? I feel like I need to type something because this is wrong. Did you get the shift right equals shift? Gah, cat, your claws. You are the worst. I'm already struggling as is. Your claws and my thighs aren't going to help. Good wake-up call, though. Did you use... I did not, and now we're going to. How you like that? Shift right... Oh, wait. Okay. We need to shift left. So, print... left. Everything hurts. Shift left. I'm glad this is so awful. You can have negative numbers in binary. Check print negative blah 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 or something. Okay, good. I believe you. I believe. And this should have been shift left, technically. We will comment out. Is that right? Does that matter? Why does this seem wrong? Oh, I need to put the numbers in. These are merely references. Variables. D. Oh, Critical has wings? You hear that, little kitty? Critical's eating food. I remember food. Wow, I'm tired. Binary sucks. You know what two things are on the opposite side of the spectrum in the universe? Delicious hot wings and learning binary. Yeah, that's what's going on. Hold on, phone call. Okay, we're good. Yeah, they're bomb, but holy, my mouth is on fire. I want that. I want that too. All right. So, she will be coming home soon, which means we will be heading out to fetch cat food. Isn't that right, little kitty? I'm actually breathing out steam in this cold weather. Gah! Well, my leg's leaking blood because of her stupid claws, so, you know, to each his own. Whew. We're good? Is this what fun looks like? We've been on the edge of success for a while now. Boom. Green. Love it. Can I do integer? Doop 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 doop. That's probably redundant having the, or unnecessary having the binary thing in there. I could probably just have integer shift, but let's see what happens. We're curious. Yeah, no, it hates all that noise. That's okay. It's too hot and I'm too tired and hurt to figure that out. I was just curious, integer wise, would it be? Start next. Okay. A bit of this and that, a bit of this or that, this XOR that. See, this is not that hard. Lies, lies, and lies. Oh my god. I think we're gonna make it through section 7. I think. Let's see. A bit of this and that. The bitwise and... Gotta turn the fan on. Oh, cat. Look on the bright side. I'm eating wings for you. I do like that. That's a good, yes. At least someone's enjoying wings. Dee. A bit of this and a bit of that. The bitwise and operator compares two numbers on a bit level and returns a number where the bits of that number are turned on if the corresponding bits of both numbers are 1. That is interesting. A 42 10 10 10 That's also super awesome that 42 in binary is 3 tens. Just as a side note, not that anyone cares about that, but I do. B, 15 in binary is 4 ones. And A and B, because the ones line up. Oh, cat, stop touching that. Is still 42, 1 and 1. Oh my god, the heat with the fan is just like terrible. It's just blasting around hot air. As you can see, the 2's bit and the 8's bit are the only bits that are on both A and B, so A and B only contain those bits. Note that using the AND operator can only result in a number that is less than or equal to the smaller of the two values. So remember, for every given bit in A and B, 0 and 0 equals 0, 0 and 1 equals 0, 1 and 0 equals 0, 1 and 1 equal 1. Therefore, 0, 1, 1, 1, 7, and 1, 0, 1, 0, 10 equals 10, which is really 2 as an integer. This guy, this dude, this is a 2. Yes, which equals 2. Instructions. Print out the result of calling bin on blah 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 and blah. See if you can guess what the output will be. We've got a 1 in the 1 spot with a 0 above it, a 0 in the 4's, the 2's spot. God, that's weird. A 1 in the 4's spot, so it will be 100, which means it will be 4. And we also have a 1 in the 8th spot, which doesn't exist in what's it called? That dude, right? Yeah, that's hot. That's hot. Let's do this. Print. We put our money on 4, did we? Can I just print that? Damn. Well, wait. What's the what the deuce? Do I not need to hit print? Is it just like a mega calculator and printing's redundant? Because it printed 4. Nothing was printed. The answer's 4. I know it's 4. It's looking at it. Something's wrong with my print out. Oh, bin. You frackers. It's alright. Print bin. Boom. 100, which is 4. Oh. Brutal. Brutal. Bit of this or a bit of that. The bitwise OR I operator compares two numbers on a bit level and returns a number where the bits of that number are turned on if either of the corresponding bits of either number are 1. For example, something either. I need to start over because I wasn't even paying attention. I don't need to start over. F that noise. It just piles them all together. So we've got some skippage. Here's a solid wall. It only ignores the zeros. Spits out a whole slew of 1s. Yeah, this is the sloppy version of binary. Good. Note, I believe that bitwise I operator. Oh, no, not I. It's the stupid bar key. The one underneath, well, on a Mac keyboard, it's underneath delete, but yeah, no, it's always, it sleeps above the return key, the enter key, whatever that little divider wall is. the vertical line, this dude. Skinny. We'll call it skinny. Note that the bitwise skinny operator can always create results that are greater than or equal to the larger of the two integer inputs. So remember, for every given bit in A and B, 0 skinny 0, we'll read it as OR now, 0 or 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 or 0, 1, and 1 or 1. That meaning 110, 6 or 1010 is 1110 is 14. Beautiful, beautiful. Ah, pipe. It's pipe. It's what it is. All right, instructions. For practice, I just want to get through Python. That's why I'm still going. I may stop abruptly, but that's when the garage opens. We'll find out, because I need to get ready to head out of here. But in the meantime, we're going to go as far as we can. For practice, print out the result of using pipe on blankety blank and 10 blank as a binary string. Try to do it on your own without using the I operator if you can help. We just use the and. Try to do it on your own without using the pipe operator if you can help it. Well, how the f am I supposed to do that if I don't do... It's pretty simple. It's pretty similar to what you did in the previous exercise. You're just using... I'm so confused. I know all I have to do is... Well, it doesn't... Here, look. This is the hint. Copy. We know. This is pretty similar to what you did in the previous exercise. You're just using the pipe instead of the and. I totally get that. Very straightforward. What the hell is going on here, though? Try to do it on your own without using the pipe operator if you can help it. How am I supposed to do the or if I can't use it? You see this? Maybe they're just talking about in our head, but this is the instruction for here. For practice, print out the result using... Now here they say it. Okay, it must be in our head. I'm just totally losing it. Bunch of... Death. Death. There's a lack of scotch in this world. That's what I have to say about that. I don't know if I like scotch, but just a rough assumption. This seems like a scotch-worthy situation. Frustrated and refusing to give up. That's where I'm at. Mentally, at least. Here we go, here we go. Printing left and right. Print bin blah. Dee 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 dee. Do 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 do. Pipety pipe. Bam. It's a bunch of ones. 4 ones equal something awful. It's an omen. Ah, it's 15. That's what it is. Section 9. The XOR. The XOR, or exclusive OR operator, compares two numbers on a bit level and returns a number where the bits of that number are turned on if either of the corresponding numbers bits of the two numbers are 1, but not both. Hold on, let me run through it. Well, you'll be married soon, so you get to use the frustrated and refusing to give up. So get used to the frustrated and refusing to give up feeling. That is very true. That is true. Yeah, we'll be tying the knot later next year. So, I mean, we've been together for over 6 years. So, meh. Critical. Single life. You're not single. You've got your wings. I mean, if that was a lady and you just ate her, that'd be kind of bad. That'd be cannibalism, but at least she was hot. Get that? See, that was a wing joke. This is a terrible wing joke. All right. All right. This or that exclusive. Something about comparing the two if they're not lined up. On a bit it compares two numbers on a bit level and returns a number where the bits of that number are turned on if either of the corresponding bits of the two numbers are 1, but not both. So it's like we're hunting for zeros. We're hunting for ones and zeros, opposite pairs. We're matchmaking. That's what we're doing. We're matchmaking. We're looking for zeros and ones that are by themselves. If it's a 1 and a 1, doesn't work. If it's a 0 and a 0, doesn't work. We are looking for hetero ones and zeros. That's probably also wrong. I'm trying to use very general terms, but it's the only thing that's coming to mind. The burning feeling must be some STD. Dear God. Okay. Yeah, so here's that. Little kitty came Topher came for the binary, stayed for the cannibalism jokes. You hear that, cat? Cannibalism. So, be afraid. No. We're gonna go get you food. If you want to be loved, stay over there. Love at a distance. Okay. Here we go. Let's do this. So, yeah, good. Keep in mind that if a bit is off in both numbers, it stays off in the results. Note that XORing, exclusive operating, exclusive ORing a number with itself will always result in 0. Okay, so if we had 15 and 15, the 4 ones and 4 ones, it would return a 0 because everything's on. Just like if everything off, which would be weird because that would just be comparing 0 to 0, that's obviously 0. So same numbers result in 0. Okay, so remember, for every given bit in A and B, 0 to 0 spits out a 0, 0 to 1, spits out a 1, 1 to 0, spits out a 1, 1 to 1, spits out a 0. Therefore, 11, 11, 7, 10, 10 is 10, which would spit out a... It'd be a 1 in front. What would it be? Well, I'm looking at the example, but I'm trying to do the math in my head. So 1 and 0 match up, so it spits out a 1. 1 and 1 spit out a 0. 0 and 1 spit out another 1. And then we've got this remaining 1, so we've got 1101, which is 13. Okay. Mr. Person, welcome. Learning about XOR, or as I just learned, exclusive ORing. Yeah, that is a thing. That is I'm totally, don't mind me, I've been streaming Bullshit. It has not been 3.5 hours. Has it been 3.5 hours? I just realized the mic is super far over. Yeah, wow. 3.5 hours. Topher, I can't believe you talked me into this. I did a great, hour-long stream, and then I was gonna stop. Then someone convinced me to learn binary in the next section, bitwise, and it's been hell. So I've made it to learning exclusive ORing. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Welcome to the channel. My little slice of hell. Mind-blowing XOR fact. Go for it. My mind's already been blown. If you have two variables, A and B, and you do A equals A XOR B, B equals A XOR B, A equals XOR B. The variables are now swapped. Huh. Fascinating. You do A equals A or B, and B equals A or B, and A equals A, the variables will be swapped. That's really clever. Interesting. All right, a little silver lining of hope for our future when we can swap variables via exclusive ORing. Okay, for practice, print the result using the exclusive OR on bippity boppity something 001 as a binary string. Try to do it on your own without using the OR operator. Well, it's going to be, so we've got a 1 to 0. It's going to spit out a 1. We've got a 0 to 1. Also going to spit out a 1. So we've got two 1s. 1 to 1 spits out a 0. So we've got 1, 0, 11. And is that 11? That's not right. It's 1011. I think, if I read it correctly. So it should be that when it spits out. But let's piece this all together. Print bin boom, followed by, here comes the noise. Bam! Love it, love it. Let's get that caret. Wedge that caret in there. Fire away, save and submit. Boom. Who called it? Look at that. 1, 0, 1, 1. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Start next lesson. Dear God. Section 10. Let's fire through this. See, this is not that hard. Bitwise not operator just flips all the bits in a single number. What this actually means to the computer is actually very complicated, so we're not going to get too into it. Just know that mathematically, this is equivalent to adding 1 to the number and then making it negative. Adding 1 to the number, so making it negative, which explains why 88 was negative 89. Aha, we remember. And with that, you've seen all the basics of bitwise operators. We'll see what we can do with these in the next section. Instructions. Click Save and Submit to observe what the console outputs. So -1 will become -2. This will be -3, -4, -43, and -1, 2, 4. Hopefully, called it. Boom. Beautiful. Next, a bit more complicated. The man behind the bit mask. A bit mask is just a variable that aids you with bitwise operations. A bit mask can help you turn specific bits on, turn others off, or just collect data from an integer about which bits are on or off. Number, something, 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 mask, 100 desired the don't mind me. Okay, there we go. Backity back. Twitch chat. What am I looking at? Well, there's lots of conversations. Something about usually less efficient. Do it like that, huh? A or B would evaluate to a Boolean, wouldn't it? Or am I completely wrong? Bitwise, exclusive or each of the bits in a variable gets XORed separately. Ah, I see what you mean. Would still work if A and B were Booleans, though. What would trick question? What would the squiggly do 0 be? It would be +1 -1, right? Guys, let's find out. -1, -1, da 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 da, or 0, because it's, you know, it's 0, but my spidey senses tell me print squiggly. Do we know the official name of squiggly? Not. Print not 0. +1 and the negative. I'm thinking -1. -1. We were right. We were right. Good question, Mr. Person. Keeping us on our toes. All right. We made it somewhere into the bit mask. We have our number. We have our mask. We had 1,100. We have our mask of 100. Desired equals number and mask. If desired is greater than 0, print bit was on. In the example above, oh god, the key's off. Tilde key. Oh. Tilde key? Tilde key. Noted. And now, first we had the fan, or first we had the heat, then we have the fan drying us out. There's a friggin' war zone in here. Stray cats. Shit's never ending. Oh, I am legitimately tired. All right, onwards. Be like Cartman from South Park when his cat bothers him. If it's anything less than throwing the cat through the window, I'm not interested. Little kitty, she just, has she been in frame this whole time? She has been. Just partying. Avoiding the binary fury. Okay. First, we create a variable number containing the number 12. Next, we create a mask with the third bit. Then we use a bitwise AND operation to see if the third bit from the right of num is on. If desired is greater than 0, then the third bit of num must have been 1. Define a function. Check bit 4. Not right? Check bit 4. Oh, define a function. Check bit 4 with one argument, input. An integer. It should check to see if the fourth bit from the right is on. If the bit is on, return on, not print. Okay, return on, not print. If the bit is off, return off. The hint for some examples. Here's some examples. Check bit 4, here's your 1, off. Check bit 4, 11011. That's on. Because bit 4 is on. It's got a thing. And check bit 4, 1010 is also on. So this dude. You'll need a mask to use where all bits are off except for the 4th bit from the right. All right. Define life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. It should check to see if the 4th bit from the right is on. If the bit is on, I guess, is it doing that automatically? Or do I tell it to do that automatically? I'm not sure if I put this in. This is a shitstorm. Mainly because I've just lost all energy and interest, but in the spirit of suffering, if bit on. How do I tell if blank on return on is a string, else return off. I think we are using the mask thing. Number, mask. I think we're looking for 4. I think we put the 1 in the 4th spot. That's what I think. So we've got our number, which is input. Bin. Mask. $1,000. Number mask. If greater than 0, maybe? Shot in the dark, who knows? Does your check bit 4 function take exactly 1 argument, an integer? Your code through an unsupported operand for and string an integer error. Maybe the 4 is already... No, I don't think the 4 is already checking for that. Maybe it just needs to be input. Ta-da! Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Topher. Oh, input should be binary already, right? Okay, I guess so. I don't know, again, this is the... I changed it to input. and it works. So yeah, I guess I would be putting in a binary number myself. I figured I would have been dropping in an integer, having it convert it to a binary, and then seeing if that's that. Okay. Next lesson. Turn it on. You can also use mask to turn a bit in a number on using or the pipe. For example, let's say I want to make sure the rightmost bit of a number A is turned on. I could do this. A equals 110, which is 6, mask 0, B1, which is 1, desired equals A or mask, which is B111 or 7. Okay, so you just shimmy them all together. Using the bitwise OR operator will turn a corresponding bit on if it's off and leave it off if it's already on. Instructions. The editor is a variable. Oh, storm's gonna see. You hear that? The garage? No. No. Okay. The whole room shakes. Alright, we're gonna call it quits here. Yeah, we're just gonna wrap up this noise. We're gonna back out. So, we've got, because I got to run. We pushed it as far as possible. Only when you talk. Good to know. Critical. Good input. Nice. Very nice. Okay, so when I talk, you can hear the garage bits. Very cool. Very cool. Specifically, how far did we make it through? We made it 78% of the way through the introduction to bitwise operators. If I didn't have to run out the door, I would finish it, of course. Because it was like 14 section, 12 out of 14, but it'll be a good running start to tomorrow. But that's that. Alright, here we go. In the meantime, and we end today on 626 points. We are killing the stream. Thanks again, everyone, for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And I will see some of you potentially in the future. Tomorrow is day 59. Looking forward to it. Want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it.